So, anyway. So I don't know this airplane a lot. I'm learning it. Like I said, I can share with you what I've learned. And we'll see how it goes. Is the rotate good? Well, you can watch the stream and judge. Not that, you know, a lot of people say at the 1.3 update, which is what this is really solid. So, we're in the Delta Wedgie livery. All right. So I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. I don't know what the code is for this airplane, but, you know, on PilotEdge. I got to try and remember I'm now Delta. Dow. I haven't flown as Delta in a while. I'm just going to put in MD-80.
Connected to PilotEdge.
And I'm going to do the same flight plan because it is a neat route. And the FMS works real nice. It's got I'll show you guys a couple of bugs I found. What I think is are bugs. Lookneck, I'm not sure. Well, you'd have to describe what's crashing, and then somebody here might be able to give you like a pointer of what to look at. Feel free to post like what the issue is. Black belt is what a serious simulation place. Hey Tony, what's happening? All right, I gotta pull up my. So the Rotate Sim comes with 4 PDF manuals, and one of them is called. Actually, I can't remember if I changed the file title name or not, but basically it's a tutorial flight PDF. It's like, and it's loaded with pictures, and you could easily follow it step by step, which is what I'm going to do now, essentially, because I don't have everything down. I don't have like a checklist I'm working off of. And the pictures are nice. See, here's the thing. When you learn a cold and dark start is typically like the longest procedure, right, on a new airplane. And I personally found that on any new airplane, the cold and dark start, the hardest thing about it is to find where the switches are in the checklist. You're like, where is that? Where does it look like? You know, where is it located? So the pictures in their tutorial flight do a really great job. The English is a little broken here and there. You got to read it a little bit carefully, but it does a good job walking you through. And it's simplified, and they give a tutorial flight based on a certain set of cities, but you can easily run it parallel to whatever you like. You can, so like I'm going to do that here basically. Black belt, yeah. So it's PilotEdge, and they're basically really trying to simulate real world environment. It's really intended for flight training. Pilots that are doing flight training, but they welcome anybody that is enthusiast that really wants to, apply what's going on. So, all right. So the first thing we're gonna do is turn on the battery. So one of the things I noticed was that to me, their switches could be like a lighter color. All these are typically more of like a brighter aluminum color. It would be kind of nice to see them eventually switch to that because overall the panel's kind of dark, and some of these knobs are just contribute to that. So we're turning on our battery. Actually, let me just see how much fuel we have on board. Let's just like put that up as high as I can get it. Okay. Alright, so battery's running. Then we gotta turn on the start pump. So that's essentially the fuel pump for your APU. Oh, hold on. Let's fix the sounds. I do like the sounds on this airplane. So I'm going to do all these up, except for weather. Put it around 60%. Like, I like the sounds that they provide, but at the same time, there's certain sounds that need to be fixed. I'll show you where. So we have the pump on. We got the pump on. Okay. And now we're going to turn on the APU. So basically, we're going to take that, put it to start. We'll see some flashing lights. We're going to see this APU RPM, percentage of RPM spinning up. Teletubbies. Oh, did we ever get a description of what was the scenery issue causing the crash? Hey, J-Snap. Glad you made it. Glad you made it down to San Francisco safely. Crashed. We were enjoying a beautiful view, and the sim just quit on me. WTF, he was on last night in someone's stream. He wasn't streaming. Okay, so we're at 100%. Okay, and at that time, we also see now APU power is available. So now we have some more sounds coming in. Alright. And then what I'm going to do is turn on some of the sort of panel lighting. Where is it? So let's go and take this. This turns on like some of the dials. And we're going to come down here. And we're going to turn that about there. And then we're going to turn our displays like that. And we're going to take this knob. Just brighten that up a little because it looks cool. And we're going to go down here and just kind of crank that up a little bit like that. There we go. Cool. This is my first stream in it there, J-Snap. Alright, so we have our lights are on. And the APU is running. So now that the APU is running, they're calling for... Now that the APU is actually running, we can turn on the right aft pump. It says to turn on either the forward or the back. I'm using the aft because that's what I did in my 737. And then we can shut off the start pump that we used to start it up. And it's still running, so that's good. If they were both off, this would probably shut down, I'm guessing. I have been doing some tube liner flights lately, haven't I? Yeah. Okay, then it's saying, you know, check all the readings, make sure they're right, which I really don't know what the right readings are. But, you know, if you go from, like, the APU, right, we do have volts, frequencies, some amps are not being drawn on, or basically it's like a load meter, so to speak. But that's actually, I don't know if that would read for the APU, really. You know, but if we go to the battery, volt's supposed to be like 25 or something like that. So anyway, we're going to leave it on APU. Cool, so we have that set. Then we gotta get like the air conditioning turned on. So we're gonna come down over here, and I think that's it. Yep. So we're gonna put it on. Actually, I think they have it on the on setting. Yeah. All right. And then over here we have our emergency exit lights. We're gonna arm those, and we'll tell our passengers that they should fasten their seatbelts. And we don't want their stinky cigarette smoke all over. It's some science. How's it going, man? Didn't I put in MD-80? Refresh, see if it's still there. I could have sworn I put MD-80 and I saw it, but sometimes that thing doesn't change the right way. Now it's saying go to your meter selector and like watch all of the settings. This is like where the English gets funny. Here's how this is written. Ready? Listen to this. We will switch the pitot and stall heaters on by turning the knob to the rat probe position. Now that tells me that if you don't turn this, they won't come on. So I don't know if that's really true. Okay, so let's do that, right? We turn it all the way around, and then it's at 0. Excuse me. The current indicator should read 0 amps. Yes, it does. The rat probe heater is inhibited while on the ground, so this setup allows us to check that the gear sensors are correctly detecting that we are on the ground. So I think it's really just turning on the sensor to see if it's correct, but not necessarily turning on the heater. We will switch the pitot and stall heats on by turning the knob to the capped position, which is captain. Alright. And that's it. So, you know, like that kind of English you have to read through. It tells you what to do. It's just sometimes you'll be like, huh? At least I'm like, huh? Alright. So. Cool. Hunters, what's going on? Okay. Oh, yeah, this is an MD-80 WTF, yep. Alright, so we have that. We have our light set. Moving on down. Then it says, you know, hey, you can go ahead and test the stalls. Right, you got a system 1. And a backup system, I guess. Okay, and then you have your max overspeed. And then it says turn on the yaw damper. So we'll go ahead and do that. The dampeners. Okay. Overspeed. We're going to Las Vegas. Everything's good, thanks. Alright, now we can turn on the air conditioning supply. I'm going to put that to auto. And then it goes into like this whole paragraph of how for this actual to get air, you then have to go down to the cross-feed valves and turn those on. But then it doesn't say whether you should do it or not, because then later it does tell you to do it. But I'm just going to do it now anyway so we can enjoy the sound of it, because it does add some nice sound dimension to it. Ready? Here we go. Nice little rumble. Of course, you can hear it better if you have headphones on that have some kind of bass response. Alright, so we have our air flowing, and now we're going to set the cabin pressurization control panel, which is right over here, these two knobs. So we're going to put in our landing barometric pressure and the altitude. Right, it's pretty much what it wants. So if we look over here again, and we had refreshed the page recently, It's 29045, and the altitude here was 2180. So 29045. I think this does scroll wheel support. Yeah, it does scroll wheel, and you could drag. So that's 29045, and then this is hundreds of feet. So like right now it's at 5350. We want that to be down at 21, like 85-ish. So let's just say right about. It's kind of sensitive. Yeah, so there we go. Cool. Got that in there. Then it says, finally, on the right corner, you can check your annunciator lights. So, yeah, you can click and hold, go around your views. If you want to check out all the lights, Christmas tree mode of the panel. Yeah, okay, cool. That's always fun to do, right? Alright. Now we're going to set our flight director to on. Occasionally I'll hear a click, and then flight director magically just turns on all by itself. But it didn't do that today. When I did that, a little blue light came on right there. Then it says click the EPR limit button. And when you do, you'll hear a click, but you won't see anything actually happening. And that's because this is actually not even lit up yet. So, but I'm going to go ahead and click it. And there you go. As instructed. Then it says set speed to 250 knots. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it at 130 as per the actual manual of the airplane. And I'm going to read up more about why there's a discrepancy there. And then we're going to put in the initial heading that we need. So the initial heading is going to be 173, as it was when we flew the IXCG before the sim decided to go. Okay, so we have that, and then it says set it to heading select. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the knob. When you drag it down, it does heading select. And you'll see it, I think, push in. And then it's going to appear in one of these. Right, so here we go. Check it out. Heading select is now activated. Alright. Then we're going to put in the altitude. So, actually, I guess we could call in for clearance, huh? Are my radios on? Let's hope they're working. Let's get that clearance delivery frequency. Again, so we have all our... Actually, I got rid of some of the charts, but it was 118.75. So... you gotta kind of drag across. I don't know, does it do scroll wheel? Let's test. Yeah, it does scroll wheel too if you prefer. Alright. Alright, it has a standby and then active. And I think I connected to the network before, right? Yep. Okay. Alright. And, Denver clearance, Delta 576. Not sure if we put in the right aircraft code, but we're trying again after a crash IFR to Las Vegas.
On Delta 1213, located on Juliet for Terminal 1.
Delta 1213 Alpha to the ramp, Kitty.
Alpha to the RAM, Delta 1213, great.
Alright. Hopefully you heard me before. Denver clearance radio check. Denver clearance radio check.
We're 37 Whiskey Duty at Seattle Center, right?
Okay.
Disconnected.
Yeah. I was not even getting a signal out because I could tell I was keying down and I wasn't stepping on them, so somehow it wasn't registering. So what really sucks is I gotta restart X-Plane again. Son of a bitch. This is a real smooth night so far, isn't it? Some days it goes smooth, other days it just sucks. What I'm going to do is I'll just get electrical power and immediately do a radio check, so I have to go through all that crap again and not get anywhere. Oh no, we're going to Vegas. Still the plan. Alright, so let's see. Let's do this. We'll connect to the network. Assume you guys can hear me okay, right?
Connected to PilotEdge.
Excuse me. Yeah, hopefully, Andres. We've had some delays. Our first flight just vaporized into the thin air. Okay, 118.75. Denver clearance, radio check.
Aircraft calling Denver clearance, say call sign.
Delta 5786.
Delta 536, roger, ready, loud and clear.
Okay, we had a sim crash earlier, sorry for sudden departure, but we're going to call back in for clearance a little bit.
Roger.
Alright, good deal. Cool. So, let's just get everything else back going the way it was. Alright, so we just got our battery going, APU started. That's going. We'll just leave that where it is. We're going to put the this on. Whoop, come on. On. And we wanted to put this over there. It's happened twice with this airplane, by the way. So if you have like a... For me, it's happened twice. If you have a problem communicating on PilotEdge, key down while they're talking, just briefly. If you key down 3 or 4 times in a row, it'll automatically disconnect you. But you key down while the controller's transmitting, and if you don't hear him during the time that you're keying down, then you know that you're transmitting. But I didn't. Yes, the Denuda triangle. I kind of like that, actually. That's a good one. Alright, so we need this. Okay, I'll put that on Captain. I can put this on there. I can get rid of the start pump. 2945 it was, right? And that would be 2185. Okay, yaw dampers on. We want this to auto. We wanted these on. Alright. Was there anything else? Oh! Like flight director. What else did we need up here? Just to make sure I didn't screw anything up. Okay. I think we're okay with that for now. Emergency lights. Got that. Got that. Got the console lights going. Got the test. We're going to assume that those worked okay again. And we put that on there. Okay, so now we're coming back over here. So we got flight director on, EPR limits coming on. We're going to put in the 173. Drag it down. Heading select. And then, so yeah, I wanted to get that altitude, so we got to get the clearance. Okay. So we filed the flight before, and we're just gonna call it. Denver clearance, Delta 576, IFR to Las Vegas.
Delta 576 got nothing on file for you.
Alright, we'll come right back for that, Delta 576. Alright, so let's come back over here, and we have that. And we got copy. And then we're coming back over here. And let's paste. And everything else. There we go. And file. And get rid of that. Okay. We'll give it a couple seconds to make sure that, I don't know if there's any lag in the system or whatever. And Denver clearance, Delta 576, trying one more time, IFR to Las Vegas.
Delta 556 Denver clearance cleared to Las Vegas KLAS Airport. Trailer 3 departure Blue Mesa transition, then is filed. Climb via Citic up maintain 10,000. Expect level 280. 1 get ready after departure. Departure frequency 126.1, squawk 2743.
2743. Okay. Alright, Delta 576 clear to Las Vegas. Baylor 3 departure. Blue Mesa transition that is filed. Climb via 6. Accept maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 280. 10 minutes after departure. Contact departure 126.1. Squawk 2743.
Delta 576 feedback correct.
Alright, cool. So, we know that. So now we know 10,000. So we are supposed to set 10,000 in here. Put that there for now. Alright, so when you first turn the altitude knob, you're going to hear usually a chime. We're going to put in 10,000. Alright. And then once that's in there, there's nothing set here yet. But when I click on it, it's going to sort of like set it. It's like you're pulling the knob out, and now it's got 10,000 in there. We have our altitude, we have that. And then what we're going to do is turn on the position lights to the on position. Alright. And we have our rheostats. Making those glow. Okay, then our tutorial goes like this whole thing about the fire suppression panel and testing all that stuff, which I'm not going to do right now. We're going to pretend that that's all set. Now I'm going to click on the thrust rating panel, which are these buttons here. And I'm going to select takeoff. And we're going to see these EPR limits change for takeoff. There we go. And also EPR takeoff is activated in there. So we got that going. And then we need to turn on our hydraulic pumps, which are down here. So like this is a good example of like, where the heck are those things? It's like down hidden over here, and if you didn't have your views set a certain way, you wouldn't even see them. It doesn't say like which ones to turn on in what order. Just touch it. And this has like a low and a high in the instruction manual, so I just put them to high. Doesn't specify. Alright. Now what we're going to do is come back over here, and we're going to drag our brightness up on here. You can see they're together. This is all in nav1. Okay. They're not independent. So whatever you have set here is going to be in here. Brightness and everything else. My database is out of sync, but not by too much, so hopefully that won't affect us. Okay, so we're going to set the IRSs. So what we're going to do is, where are you? It's up here, right? Okay. We're going to set them to nav. And in real life, it might take like 10 minutes, depending on your latitude, really. Usually, that's a factor, at least with INS, as they are. But this is accelerated. Now it says enter your IRS position. So I'm going to copy I'm going to go to the, where am I? The position init. I'm going to copy this here. And I'm going to paste it. Okay. And then in another few seconds, we're going to see this come up. There we go. It comes up in about 30 seconds.
Phoenix Ground, good evening. American 1494 is on the route. Terminal
Hunters,
3
hold on.
south,
We can
ready to
help you
taxi
there.
to Hotel.
Even though we're still connected to the jet bridge.
American 1494, Phoenix Ground, runway 25 right, taxi via Echo.
They've locked the door.
25 right via Echo.
So what we're going to do is we're going to let you run out the back of the airplane, but we'll keep it open for you. Alright, so let's do this. Management. Aft stairs. There we go. How's that? Okay? Just let us know when you're back in so we remember to close that. Okay, so if you didn't put in this set position within the 30 seconds, it won't work right. You'll actually have to shut off the IRSs and turn them back on again. So you gotta kind of like be ready to do that. Oh, it's from The Hobbit. Okay, I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it. Or read the books. I guess a true Hobbit fan would say you should read the books, right? I remember I went and saw one of like the Lord of the Ring movies with somebody, and I enjoyed it. And then I said, well, if you wanted to know like more about the story, like what movie would you recommend first? Well, first you read all 3 books, or however many there are, and then check out the movies. Okay, so now we're at a point where we have basically our position is set. We put it in the reference airport. Okay, and Hunters is cool. What are you talking about? I don't know. Hunters has a little more clout. Black belt. If you make me pick, you know where I'm going. Alright, so Denver, we're going to Las Vegas. So let's just get that going. We'll put that in. Okay, and then it says, yeah, go ahead and activate that. And execute it, right? Now they recommend actually putting in the route first, which we could do. The route is basically from, it's HBU. Okay, so there. And it comes up with 2 choices. Anytime an FMS comes up with 2 choices of the same fix, the top ones are going to be the closest. Alright, it's going to like list them in order of distance. And it kind of makes sense. North 38 degrees, 27.1 minutes. West 107. So we're on the west coast, so in the northern hemisphere. That makes sense. This is south 21 degrees, which is below the equator. East 149. It's like the other side of the world, somewhere, right? So I'm gonna choose that one. Okay. And then we're gonna put in J128. And that's an airway, so it's gonna go on the left side. And then it's L rain. R-A-I-N. There we go. Cool. What's up, Duffy? Yeah, we had a sim crash. Alright, so the route is like technically in there. The flight is overbooked. Yep. Well, even though it's Delta, we could still drag you off. Alright, so let's see, what do we have here? Then it's saying, we got the position in, we got the location in, our fuel's all good. So I'm just kind of going through the PDF. So the tutorial PDF is pretty cool because it covers like the what ifs. So if you actually follow their actual, it teaches you like, well, what if you get 2 points? What if there's a discontinuity and all that stuff? So that's
Or when
cool.
as filed.
So what we got to do is we're going to do a performance initialization is what they're recommending next, as opposed to finishing the route. So that's fine. So here's a bug, right, that I found. Well, let me just show you how this works. So you got total fuel here and gross weight. Okay, total fuel, gross weight. This ZFW button, that's your zero fuel weight, and you could set the zero fuel weight in there, but it's already going to know it if you just click, hold, and like just drag one tick. So it's like it's basically in there, right? If you accidentally move it by 100 pounds or whatever that is, 100 kilograms, it isn't a big deal. All right. But there it is, 42.6, 42,600. And then it will automatically default back to the gross weight. In the PDF, they're suggesting that you put in the fuel schedule, like how you're going to burn. And it basically says, enter the fuel weight and the zero fuel weight. Fuel weight and burn schedule must be entered first. And you're going to put it in either as normal or alternate fuel burn schedule. I don't know enough about this airplane to tell you what that actually means, so I just put it in normal. Fire.co, what's going on, man? Thanks for following. So we're going to put it in as normal. So it says to put in the fuel and the burn schedule. So it's like a number /n for normal or /a for alternate. So we're going to do normal. And we're going to put in, it's 8,825, so it's basically 8.825. Just going to put it 8.8.
Phoenix Tower, good
So
evening.
I just type in
1494 is holding
8.8
short 25 right.
/n. See how there's like a
1494 Phoenix Tower,
this
25
point,
right,
this
takeoff.
/this.
Clear for takeoff.
So that's going to fit in there.
1494.
And there it says manual. And now the gross weight option came up. I could either just put the gross weight directly, 51.4, or if I wanted to, I could grab that 42.6. Since they were saying put in the zero fuel weight, we'll just go ahead and do that. 42.6. And we got to put that in zero fuel weight. And then it says, hey, 51.4 is your gross weight. And that adds up, doesn't it? Right there. Cool. So we did it right. Route. We're going to go from here, Denver, over to Las Vegas. I'll show you the route on the screen as we go. Okay. So now, this is set to kilograms. If you have this in English units, it will not take every time, no matter what format I've tried, decimal places I've tried. In when you go to menu, aircraft management, and then you change this weight from kilograms to English units, and you put it in, it won't take it. Just so you know. So, if you wanted to do English units, You got to put it in as kilograms, and then you can switch it back to English units, and it will work fine after that. So that's like a weird bug. Exactly, Greg. Let's see. All right. So what do we have now? Next. So reserves. I'm just going to put in my standard issue, 2 tons. And cost index, their example was 200, so I'm going to put in 200. I don't know what the range on this FMS is. I'm going to put in flight level 280. I don't have any other wind information, so we'll just leave that alone. Okay. And then I'm going to go to takeoff. Okay. So, now we need to put in the V-speeds. Now, they tell you there's a way to make it automatically calculated, but you have to set the flaps ahead of time. And then they say in real life, you're not setting the flaps ahead of time. So I'm just going to do it as if we didn't set the flaps ahead of time. So there's another PDF. Pretty simple. Black Belt, how old are you, buddy? Just curious. We got to put in basically the we go on a table on it's a pilot operating handbook. It's like 33 pages, and the second table says basic takeoff speeds, right? So it wants the weight of the airplane, all right? And we're at 51.4, so I have a choice for 51 or 52. So I'm going to use the 52. All right. And whoops, I got to double click that. And I'm going to do a flaps 24 takeoff. So it's 112. And 122. And 131. Okay, cool. So now we have those in there. And then, we got to put in the temperature. So temperature is 19 degrees. We put in 19 degrees. Okay, cool. There we go. Fire.co. Yeah, go ahead. No, you won't get kicked. Unless we look at the link and it's something offensive and we decide to kick you out for it. But if it's something, aviation related, that's fine. I know what I'm doing. So, odd bod.
1494, contact departure.
Departure American 1494, good day.
For 37 Whiskey Juliet,
Oh, okay.
contact
All right.
Seattle Center 126.6.
There we go. You're in college. All right. No, because the joke sounded like out of a 14-year-old. But, I don't know. I crack jokes sometimes from a 12-year-old mentality, so, I get it. But I just wanted to check in, that's all.
Second 1494, Phoenix departure radar contact, climb maintain L210.
All right, so we have our V-speed set, and notice that we also have the center of gravity, 17 inches mean aerodynamic chord. We need to know that number. All right.
37 Whiskey Juliet, Seattle Center, Roger.
Cool, so we have that set. And what else? Next thing that we need. Okay, so then we go to the takeoff page, which we already did that. And then it is suggesting we already did our takeoff mode set here.
United 1-8.
Ooh, that's overmodulated.
Portland as powered.
Okay, so let's see. We're not doing flex.
United 18, San Francisco clearance. Verify your equipment suffix.
Oh, that's a nice screenshot. Nice sunset. Very cool.
Apologies, I'm not quite sure which one is the correct.
No,
United 18, are your RNAV and RVSM capable?
it's not. I don't think it
Yes.
is.
Okay, you're slant Lima in that case.
Okay, so we
Alright,
have
I'll
free speed
refile under
set,
that.
and
United 18 negative, don't refile. I've already made the amendment.
it's kind of strange how the order it goes. So
And
now that we have these
18,
set,
cleared to
it's
the
now
Portland
saying to go ahead and
International
put
Airport,
in.
Pumpkin 2 departure, Griftel transition, direct Mach 2 intersection, minutes filed. Climb via SID, departure frequency
Put in our departures,
135.1,
right?
squawk 7207.
So now it's saying go to departure. Let's try that. Okay, so we follow that, right? And we're gonna launch out of 1-6 left. Hopefully they'll give us that again. And we're doing the Baylor 3, and we're doing the Blue Mesa, right? And then if we come over to route, we already have that stuff in there. I guess we go to page 1 and 2. I don't see any issues here. We're going to go to the. It's kind of strange they don't tell us to go to arrivals, but let's go there. And we're gonna go to what was it? The Tyson out of El Rain. Okay. Cool. And then I said earlier, let's just see what the actual weather is. Maybe it's shifted toward the 2.5s. At this point, 220 at 9, gusts into 22. So just file for a 2.5 left. ILS 2.5 left out of Preno. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Then we're going to execute that, right? There we go. Alright, cool. So now that we have our route set in, they give you like a whole set of instructions on doing the discontinuities. Greg, not just yet. Sorry. Alright, so let's see. Where am I? Okay. So we have our... That's all set. And now we're going to basically step through our... we're going to look at the flight plan now. So we're going to put this to plan. And we're going to come on down here. And let's get rid of the yoke. Okay, so we can see this down here. And when I selected the plan function on that knob, and I go to legs, there's a choice for step. The step will only be there when this is set to plan. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna hit step, and it's gonna just put center on each one like any other FMS does. And we're gonna make sure that there's no like disconnected routes, or what we call discontinuities. Some people call them discos. Top of climb just past Baylor. Notice that it disappeared. It went to the next page, but it didn't move to the next page. So I think that's a bug, unless the MD-80 FMS doesn't do that. That I'm not sure. Okay. So what you gotta do is then manually advance. Alright, so watch again. If I go to Blue Mesa, then I go to the next one, it's off the page, you gotta like manually advance. So anyway, but everything's connecting so far. It looks pretty good. I'm just going to keep stepping until I'm back to the beginning. So I'm back to the beginning. There we go. Cool. No, that's alright. Although I wish our friend Flight Satech was here. He also likes engineering humor. I mean, unless other people here are... Yeah, nerd. Absolutely. Yeah, it might be like the actual way. Alright, so... I'm going to report it to them and ask them if it's a bug.
Bird B7 with Juliet, descend and maintain 15,000.
Alright, cool. So we
Contact
finally got
Seattle
that done.
approach
I promise we're almost ready to push back.
125.6.
So we don't need any of the restrictions. Oh, now we gotta set the trim. Okay, so this is an interesting trim. Before we said it was, what, 17 inches? So let's come back over here. Right, so it was like 17 inches. Okay, so to do that, we gotta take this center of gravity, and we take this center of gravity wheel, and we drag it to 17. And notice that as I do, this knob is moving, and the long trim is moving. So we're setting the center of gravity to 17, and then the long trim ends up here. And I want to do, I now want to tell it what flap setting I plan to use. So we're going to do flaps 24, and then again move the long trim. And then what you can't see here is the actual trim knob set right there. I'm going to see it. I'm going to now, and you're going to hear a sound, right? So I'm just doing my aft trim. And we're lining those up. We're basically putting, like, you see how it's like sort of like 6.2. So right around there, right here is 6, that's 8, this is 7, so right about there. So trim is set.
B7 with you, Juliet, Roger.
Well, now JSnap, alright, so JSnap and Black Belt, feel free to bounce engineering humor off of each other. I probably won't get much of it, but at least now you have a fellow engineer person that would be able to decipher it for us. Okay, cool, so we have the trim set. It says to put the TCAS in standby mode. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to just put in the transponder setting now. That transponder was 2743. Alright, so we're going to put in, so this knob, like, that goes like that. The outer knob moves it. A little tiny indicator down there. And then we got to select the next digit we want to do. That's 27. And then the 2. Alright. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this over, I don't know, I'll put it there. Let's hope that works. Cool, so we have that set. Pedestal, blah, blah, blah. By the way, so these are your, you know, when you start the engines, we'll need to, you know, basically throw fuel on the fire with these. These, like the 732, are wired to the mixture access. So if you have mixture programmed on one of your axes, scroll wheel or something like that, make sure that you disengage it before using this airplane. Okay, so we're set there. Awesome. I think we're actually ready to start some engines. Can you believe that, guys? Alright, so we are at a gate, and this doesn't have a pushback truck. Oh, we gotta put our ladder back in. Hunters didn't remind us that they were back. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Actually, let's watch it happen in detail. It's always fun. Alright. Rotate. Management. Aft. Alright. Alright. Hey, Vetter, how's it going? Okay. Let's get that gate off our side there. And what we need to do is make sure that the anti-collision light is on. Oops. So because I'm looking out on an angle, the click spot is weird. Like if I do it right here, it moves the other one, right? So I gotta actually move over a little bit. There we go. Okay. Cool. And we're gonna turn on our fuel pumps. It's kind of nice. We start to see more and more lights go off. Then what we want to do is switch the system B today. I don't know. And then we gotta get some more pressure going. So we're gonna shut off the air conditioner for now.
37 Whiskey Juliet, descend and maintain
And then we're gonna
6,000.
start.
American 1494,
right
contact
engine,
Opportunity
do
Center
that.
134.32.
Okay, start valve open. We're going to see our N2, like in our other airplanes, start moving. Alright. Hey, Iowa Flyer, how's it going, man? When this gets to 21%, we'll go ahead and light it.
American 1494, Opportunity Center, contact Fall 3990.
There we go. Engines are all the way in the back, so they're kind of quiet. Yo, Chili Willy, what's going on, man? Thanks for that host earlier. I don't know if you actually jumped on for a few after the host, but I do appreciate it, buddy. Okay, so this engine is running. Looks stabilized to me. So we can shut that off. Close that guard. Let's go ahead and turn that one. Do the same. That lather, rinse, repeat action. What's up, Bipolar Bear? How's it going? So we're coming up on 15%. Wait for about 21. And there we go. And there we go. And we're lit up on this side. Now both sides are exhausting some exhaust gases. Cool. So we're good there. And we can kill that. And we do that. And now we have to put this back to off. Okay, no pushback truck available for us, odd bod, so we're going to do a reverser pushback. I was going to make the passengers get out and push the airplane, but, you know, they didn't want to do that, so. Okay, and then it says the APU and APU left and right bus switches will remain on if necessary. It doesn't say like when to turn them on, when to turn them off, so I don't know, I'll just leave them running. Okay, cool. So, we are going to go ahead and roll on back. Oh, nice. Alright, black belt. You got JSAP's attention. As well as Vetter. You're ready for your engineering humor. They're going to be the judge, though. If your engineering humor sucks, Greg might have to slice you with his sword and give you a 600-second timeout, so be careful. Or longer, yeah, exactly. Alright, cool. Now, during the taxi, they're like, you know, while you're taxiing. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, it's in like one of the choices. It might, 600 seconds, 10 minutes, so I think it's a 10-minute. And McMate. I don't know if I said that right, but how's it going? Yeah, that is cool looking. Absolutely, I agree. So yeah, they say, you know, do the flaps and stuff while you're taxiing. Now that would be great if like you're doing like a smart co-pilot. Dare I say that out loud with Jason up in the room? But it was 2965 earlier. So, but since we don't have that, I'm gonna go ahead and set the flaps now. So let me show you how to do that. So we're gonna do flaps 24, right? So if we look over here, because I got like this dial-up flap, it's kind of interesting. Our position's over here. Hold on, let me zoom in. It's probably kind of small on your screen potentially. And we're sort of looking at both positions, right? So you see how it says flaps up 5, 11, 15, 20, 24, 28, and 40, right? And then we have our detents. Here's our flap handle. 0, 11, 15, 28, right? Okay, and then you also have this flap to select. All right. So if you want, if I don't move this, if I leave it here, my flaps will I'll do it for you, right? Check this out. So that like disengages them. They're still at 0. Sounds really cool. All right, that does 5, and we'll see the position indicator. 5. Oh, actually it went right to 11. And then that will probably go to 15. And then the next one,
Whiskey, Juliet, Renton Airport, 2 o'clock, 6
we'll go to 28. See that? But we want 24. So that didn't give it to us. And here's our landing flaps. I'm going to put it all the way back up.
Mercury 7 with you, Juliet, cleared visual approach Renton Airport.
Okay, cool. So I think they're like all the way up. Yes. All right. If I take this and I drag it and I set my flap setting to 24, right? Now you got to do it right on that long notch. I did it once on the 24 like that. It didn't work. You got to put this lined up with that. I'm going to put it on right there. Okay. You know, at least something that looks relatively close. I was using this angle. Like this. I set it to about 24. Okay, and now I'm going to do it again. And I'll set it to like 15. And we're going to see it. Is that it? Yeah. It's going to suddenly just jump to 24. There you go. So as long as you have it accurately set over here, and whatever you have set over here when you're doing the 11 to 15 range jumps down to that. That's my best explanation I can give you. Without like real technical knowledge as to, you know, I'm sure there's like really good descriptions, or rather, oh, I never set my altitude, 10,000. No, I did. I feel like something's missing here. Maybe not. Hold on, let me double check. Well, that's why when you go back and you watch that video again of Cockpit Chronicles, the MD-80, and he talks about all the weird quirks of the airplane. That's the quirkiness. I like gadgets, so it's kind of fun.
American 1494, contact Denver star 127.02.
Where is it? Yeah, okay, I have it set right. Alright, so our engines are... Oh, you know what we can do now? We can give our passengers their air back. Ah.
American 1494, Denver Center, roger.
Alright. I think we're ready to basically roll out of here. Let's just get the latest official weather. And let's go ahead and listen.
Departing runway 16 left, 17 right, 25, 8. Read back all runway assignments, and hold short instructions. All VFR departures, contact clearance delivery with your aircraft type, initial heading, and requested cruise altitude. Advise
thanks,
on
guys.
initial contact you have Papa. Denver
Yeah, I'll
International
upload this
Information
to
Papa.
YouTube,
0253 Zulu.
and we'll be on the
Wind,
VOD for a while as
190
well.
at 16.
Alright, so Papa. We're calling in with Papa. Alright, so ground for 16 left is 127.5. Alright, so we're going to put in... Okay. And we have our... Okay, so we have our transponder set, ground is set, Papa. Let's get our aircraft... Oh, that's right. We did the... let's see. So we gotta go... Here again, it was the Baylor. New tab. New tab. And, yes. Rotate. Big. Rotate. Big. And big. Okay. Alright. Cool. So, again, hopefully we're going to get 16 left. We'll ask for it again if needed. And Foxtrot. The good thing, though, is that this FMS, I haven't crashed it yet. There's no soft crashes. Which is a good thing. Denver ground. Delta 576 information. Papa ready to taxi.
Delta 576, Denver ground, safe position.
We're located by Alpha Sierra.
Delta 576, runway 17 right, taxi via Alpha Sierra, Mike.
17 right, Alpha Sierra, Mike. Curious if we can get that 16 left again for Delta 576?
Delta 576, perimeter runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha Sierra, Foxtrot.
Okay, 16 right. Alpha. Stand by. We're seeing Foxtrot paralleling 16 left. Affirmative?
The 576, perimeter runway 16 left, taxi via Alpha Sierra, Foxtrot.
Okay, 16 left, Alpha Sierra Foxtrot, Delta 576. Alright, cool. Because, yeah, 16 right would have been like a little bit more involved, which is fine. But I didn't want to go to the wrong runway. So, let's go ahead and get that nose wheel lights going right over here. Brakes are released. Alright. Turn off the seatbelt. Yes, when we get above 10,000 black belt, we'll let you out of your seat without your seatbelt on. What time will you get home, J-Snap? Yeah, Huntress is our air marshal. Alright, so here's like this 2-mile taxi, basically. We could taxi at V1. No, we shouldn't do that. Oh, okay, so that's almost 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock at night, pizza? That would be tasty. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, M3 Gamer, how's it going, man? Is it M3 Gamer, or is the 3 and E, and are we calling you Meg Aimer? Meg Ammer? That's right, Jedi. Either that or hamburgers, hot dogs. We have pizza, super easy. Is that an option on this airplane? I didn't see it on the checklist there, Black Belt. Thankfully, we have JSnap to translate that. Does it give you a good buzz? It's a pretty long taxi, huh? I think we're doing like at least 40 knots. Oh, I see that windsock way up ahead, and it looks like it's flailing around. Yes, taxi sim. Gonna have a little bit of a crosswind takeoff here. Black Belt, you should follow JSnap. He streams also, and he gets quite technical. Click on his name and give him a follow. In fact, I think he's gonna be streaming tomorrow, right, JSnap? All right, we're at 1.6 left. Finally made it. Tower for 1.6 left is 135.3. So we need 135.3, and then I need what was that departure frequency? You know what? I think it was 126.1. Okay, 135.3. And then I think it was 126.1. I will double check that. Alright, cool. Alright, now our brakes are locked. One thing we are supposed to do... right, we do have a locked brake. Yes.
Brake. Brake.
Okay, cool. So when you advance your throttles, like, pretty far forward... I don't know what position you actually have to be at.
Brake.
Like about halfway, maybe? It'll tell you if there's anything not right. Like if you don't have your flap set correctly, if you don't have stabilizers, something with the stabilizer set, your stabilizer trim set correctly, it'll say bap, bap, stabilizer, right? Bap, bap, brake, bap, bap, flaps. So as long as you have it set correctly, and all we heard is brake because I had the brake locked, it's telling us, hey, you did it right. Alright, so let's see, we are at the point of takeoff. Denver Tower, Delta 576 at 16 left, ready for departure.
Delta 536, Denver Tower, 916 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 16 left, Delta 576. Yeah. Okay. Landing lights just came on. Oh, you know what I never did? I never set my speed over here. So this is 131. They say V2 plus 10. So we'll put it at 141 for now. Alright, so we're going to do that. I hope I did everything else right. Good, put legs up. Burnout. Nice. This will be a little longer airplane. Overshot the lineup a little bit. Hey, mini-webs, what is going on? Flight logic. Oh, black belt, you got another engineering person here. Logic, black belt has been attempting engineering humor. Okay, so we need to arm those boilers. Flaps are set. We're gonna activate the toga right there. So we did that. And let's see, where am I at? So what we're gonna do is I just press the toga button. We're gonna advance the throttle. Then I'm gonna end up hitting the auto throttle once we get above 1.4 on the EPR. It's going to accelerate, we're going to rotate at VR, and then we're going to start a climb, try to hold about V2 plus 10, we'll see how that goes. 1,000 feet, we're going to engage the nav setting, set the climb mode. They say set vertical speed 2,000 feet per minute, but I'm going to go for a speed pitch instead of a feet per minute pitch. Above 1,000 feet we set it to climb setting instead of cruise, I think. I don't know. Whatever. I hope we get this right. Here we go. You ready? Okay. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. Up. Maintain directional control. Alright, V1, rotate. Something looks like a positive rate. Gear's coming up. Okay, we're at V2 plus 10. Do the nav, right? Saying us to turn to the right. Okay, we're over 1,000 feet AGL. I'm gonna go ahead and engage our autopilot. Alright. I'm gonna do an indicated airspeed climb. We're gonna start accelerating to 210. And
Delta 576, contact departure.
contact departure Delta 576. Okay, we're gonna put this to climb. We gotta start cleaning the wing. So I don't have a flaps retraction schedule. So I'm kind of just see 180. We're gonna go to flaps 5. Let's switch over to departure frequency. Oh. We were already on departure. We're approaching over 190. Every departure, Delta 576, 7,200 for 10,000.
Delta 576, number departure for the contact time, takes altitude 30.
Flight level 230, Delta 576. Okay, so 230. That's showing on here. We're greater than 3,000 AGL, so let's go ahead and just put this up to 250 knots. And I'm going to go ahead and engage the VNAV. So that's going to take over. You see, this was weird. During the acceleration, it on both version 10 and 11, it'll actually dip down. And I think that's an issue. And so it's trying to accelerate, but it shouldn't pitch and lose altitude. It has a different feel, Greg, definitely. You know, as far as a flight, it definitely has a different feel. It's good. A hand fly's nice. On landing, in real life, the MD-80 has a light nose and wants to come up. So you may have to hold it down a little bit. And on landing, I noticed that too. So we're about to break 10,000. Oh, they said climb maintain. I didn't set it on this one. Oops. Execute. Okay. And now that we're going above 10,000, it should accelerate. Yeah, it's accelerating. All right, cool. On landing, I find like where the 737 on both versions, and as well as other aircraft, you know, as you're touched down and then you're bringing the nose down, you actually have to hold it off. This airplane, you actually have to help it get down to the runway on landing. So it's like getting used to that. It's a longer aircraft, so you're higher up in the air in the flare, I think. So you have to get used to like when to flare. It's a little different. It's got pretty loud wind sounds. Let me know if the balance is okay for you guys between my voice and the wind sound, and when ATC comes online as well. Now the flybys, when we have like a climb power setting going on, and they're super loud. And it does, the Doppler effect is missing on certain sounds. I'll show you. So that going on. See how it's remaining constant? And that happens with a fair amount of models. I think it's just an oversight. But it's fixable. So I'm going to try and submit that to ask them to modify that so we can enjoy flybys without these weird continuous engine sounds. When we get to cruise altitude, that'll die off a little bit. Anyway, here's an encore of these beautiful mountains out here. The other answer, Greg, another observation with the feel, aside from the flight model, is compared to the IXCG, the manipulators are better. So where like the altitude is extremely sensitive and some of the other knobs can be rather difficult to work, or like in the IXCG, I notice sometimes on the frequency, if let's say you overshoot a frequency and then you try to drag it back without releasing, it still keeps going up and you got to let go and then go the other direction. This doesn't do that. These knobs work very well. Does this plane have autopilot turbulence? It seems to be holding pretty well. You mean like when you're holding altitude? Does it keep sort of bouncing up and down because the autopilot doesn't hold it too well? I haven't, if that's what you're asking, I haven't noticed that much in this airplane. It seems to be pretty stable. But I'd recommend it. How much does it go for again? I can't remember. I bought it when it first came out. And it's, you know what? And you got to give them credit too. Airplane, in a way, came out of nowhere. They made the announcement that they were selling it, right? And then they did. Then they did updates for it. All right? And they got those updates out. They've improved. They've already released a version 11 version of it. So there's no reason for me to doubt that they won't continue to improve the product. And it's $60. You know, overall, nice textures. Panel looks real nice. Comes with a nice supply of liveries. We'll go through some of those once we're at cruise on J128. And the VNAV on it, if you like a good VNAV, this thing nails it. nice jet.
Delta 576, contact Denver Center 127.02.
127.02, Delta 576.
American 1494, descend to Pop, Expressive India Level 240.
There you go. See, Feder got it 5 cents on sale. There is, Jazzy, there is a nice looking MD-80 that comes stock with X-Plane as well, yes. Very nicely done panel. Overspeed? Why am I getting this? Alright. So we're still climbing on VNAV. Now why did I get... Hold on. That's on cruise. Let's just try this again. Alright, somehow I accidentally switched to vertical speed. Denver Center, Delta 576, flight level 195 for 230.
Delta 576, Denver Center, coming to L280.
Flight level 280, Delta 576. Denver Center, you mind if we just pause for one moment in this location? I just gotta adjust my wind volume. I can barely hear you.
Delta 576, approved for 4000.
Okay. Alright, Alright, so let's take this and see if this does it. Okay, that helped. Alright, Denver Center, Delta 576 back in motion.
Delta 576.
Val dudes! What's up, bro? I know, Merd. Totally ruined the immersion. Oh yeah, we're sailing. Okay, so our speed's back to... Actually, I'm gonna pull this back. It was saying 296 earlier. And let me just go back to VNav. Actually, that's really where I should be at. Whoa. Oh yeah, we're cranking. I hope that cabin altitude control is keeping up. Otherwise, your ears are popping. High altitude birds in effect. There we go. Now our speed bug is back to its appropriate 296. It should start to stabilize. Just burning off a little excess energy. Actually, you know what? I do have, speaking of ripping wings off, I think I do have the G limit and speed limits active on the sim. Buzz the tower. Yeah, you really don't get away with that on PilotEdge so much. They do give you some latitude, though. Chili, go right ahead, buddy. Okay. I did put in 280. Now, I think the reason why we stopped climbing was just because the wind had dropped off. So it pitched down to recapture the speed. We'll see, hopefully it'll start climbing again. There we go. Chili, you're okay. You don't need any permission. You can just punch it in. I mean, thank you for asking, but you didn't have to wait for like a permit or anything. You got like this round corner here. Coming back. Let's go put this on cruise. Alright. There we go. Now we can enjoy some flybys without having our ears blasted out. Let's go ahead and do a little Kavik action and enjoy some of the scenery out here. It's quite lovely. Saw it before. Sorcerer Days flies this airplane a lot, and I haven't seen him stream in quite a while. I wonder if he's going to Flight Sim Con. I've got a PilotEdge airplane down there. Whether it's a drone or a real person, I'm not sure. But from what I understand, there are drones in effect in the expansion area. I think I heard Goldie saying that. I heard him as in he typed it in. You're more of a farm simulator player? I've seen that streamed. It was actually pretty interesting. I didn't watch a lot of it, but... yeah. Yeah, Val, dude, they should have like a variant of that, right? And now that it's like legal in, you know, some places, hey. Check out like it's all mountainous over here. It looks like it's flat here a little bit, but then like the river was like, yeah, I'm just gonna slice through here anyway. It's like from up here, it's draining on down. And it keeps going on and on and on.
American 1494, contact Denver Center, 118.57.
118.57, American 1494.
For Grand Theft Auto, nice. Yeah. Imagine if that was a stipulation of, you know, you launch Farm Sim, but it's like a menu that brings you to the different variants, and it says by clicking yes, you are verifying that you're simulating this in Colorado and wherever else.
American 1494, Denver Center, descend via the Ladora to arrival, Denver altimeter 2984.
It's like overexposed on that white texture. Well, let's see if we can like get the sun right through those windows. Not quite. Maybe the sun doesn't draw through the windows. The light's coming through all neat. Yeah, let's check it out. I'm gonna switch the time of day back to a little brighter. Oh, Chili, you all set for Flight SimCon, dude? I just saw you made the goal. Congratulations. I have a feeling that some crazy winds must have loaded into the aircraft. You can hear the throttles powered back. Yeah, nicely done, Chili. And upsloping runway, too. Oh, get out to Flight SimCon, yeah. Donation goal. Oh, that looks cool. Black Belt, have a good one, buddy. We'll see you next time. Toodles! Chevy, what's Chevy's donation goal? A Corvette? Alright, let's check out some other liveries we have for this airplane. Ooh. Let's hope it doesn't crash it. There's always a pause when we switch liveries. There we go. That took a while. Maybe it's because it's 4K textures, I don't know. Let's see if the next one takes that long. Yeah, that's a while. I didn't even realize I had a German wings livery in here. Black belt, thanks for following, buddy. We'll see you next time. I'm gonna just go back to the regular livery that I was on and leave it there. I'm kind of nervous. Getting some pizza. I was saying before, I noticed that you met your donation goal for Flight SimCon. Oh, nice. Yeah, make sure that you get those things working tonight so they work well for you tomorrow. Doesn't turn into a troubleshooting stream for you. I'm assuming you're going to stream tomorrow. As many of us are going through JSNAP withdrawal. You guys been away for like, what, 2 weeks? You know what, Fetter? Yeah. Ask for the, ask for it, or at the very least, like, see if you can get that $20 store credit, you know, or whatever, $15 store credit. That looks cool, right? All that sort of green out there. Pretty soon will be there will be a portion of this route that takes us over the Grand Canyon, and I have my USA 2 tiles done over there, so it should look real nice. Looks like we got another ski area over there. Those look like ski trails, right? Ooh, we got a good crosswind going on here. See good flyby sounds when the engines aren't cranking too loud. Yeah, so what I want to do, JSnap, is talk to you about getting those tiles, because Google's been nailing me. I can barely get like a tile done. I'll get like a tile, like 1.2 tiles done, and it starts firing blue squares at me, and I'm getting pissed. So, why are we off course? What's going on here? Are we still on nav? Heading old. Okay, nav track. Wait. VNav level. I don't know. What happens if I hit nav again? First of all, just make sure that this doesn't change my heading. Okay. Well, this is kind of odd, right? That we're like off, and my range is all messed up. We've been outside the whole time. Alright, so we got like another 80 miles to go. Or 160 miles to go to El Rain. It's kind of interesting though, when I zoomed out, it put us like, it looks like we're back on Hold on.
American 1494, contact Denver, approach 120.35.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe, Greg. Well, I know when it happens to me, I'll know that it's like something with a download, and then sometimes it's just all blue squares. And then I redo the same tile the next day, and it finishes it. Birds chirping, 28,000 feet.
American 1494, Denver, approach, expect to Vistol, approach runway 16 left, fly heading 340, descend and maintain 10,000 vectors to final.
Yeah, intermittent is a server thing. I agree with that. There's something with the server. It should have been on both. Never did that. Alright, so El Rain, which is in another 120 or so miles. Wait, it says it right there. 134. So our flight path... Wait, hold on. Let me just show you. Here's El Rain. Lorraine. Ooh. Are we gonna get rain in Las Vegas? Wow, that'd be really cool. Even if this passed, maybe the X-plane, X-Enviro timing would work out that we might have rain on approach at Las Vegas. Look at that, temporarily. Between 05 and 0600. Winds variable, 20, gusting 35. Thunderstorms with light rain. Visibility doesn't look bad, but... or the cloud ceilings, but still. Might have some turbulence going on around that action. Alright, let's see. So anyway, looking at that on VFR. This rat does slices over a chunk of the Grand Canyon. Doesn't, unfortunately, doesn't necessarily follow it, but should see it. Oops. Oh, that's kind of neat. Does the past hour loop. So that's interesting. It's not even coming at us. It's coming, some low pressure is off to the left and it's just spinning. Neat. Neato, man. Alright, you guys don't mind if I pull in some... So we're just cruising along here. Oh yeah, it's a big crack in the ground. One challenge I had with this airplane is because the cockpit windows, they're kind of small compared to other airliners. And also this window beam is just huge. Like, look how wide that thing is. So to find like a happy position of being able to see out the window and enjoy some of the scenery, still seeing the flight instruments nicely, was kind of challenging. So I got a couple presets. This is like my standard taxi, takeoff, approach. This is like at cruise, just to see outside a little nicer, you know. Looking at the left. I wanted to be able to still have my attitude indicator in view and barely see the heading. Looking at the right, I kind of just adjusted it so we could see the attitude indicator and heading. But I also like seeing some of the skylight in there. So sometimes I'll sort of arrow up a little bit. And look at it. I would have tried leaving it like this and making a permanent preset, you know, like that, sort of, up higher. But then when you're on the ground, you can't see too well. Like the ground sort of disappears in here. So. And then, of course, we just have our nice outside view. I think we're going to cross into a USA tile. Hey, J-Snap, are you still there? You were the one who shared that link, right?
1494.
That showed if you're going to use something like USA Zoom level 18 around airports, there was some kind of a way of using image magic or something that would automatically adjust the mismatch of colors. I thought you were the one that sent a link at one point. Nice, J-Snap, cool. Yeah. There's a golf course out here? It's like a sand golf course. It's the perpetual sand trap golf course out here. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a bummer. I mean, come on, don't these satellite providers know that we just want free imagery for our flight simulators? You guys gotta get with the program, man. Yeah, it's a little pitch and putt. Submit, I don't have a route function, but here you go, I'll show you. We're basically, Elrain? I don't think we're at Elrain yet. We're coming down this way. And it's going to be coming out this way. We're going to enter the Tyson 4 arrival. L rain transition to Las Vegas. And we might encounter some precip. Well, I don't know. I definitely want North Korea kept in check. Maybe other areas, but that dude makes me nervous. Ooh, look, minor coxcombing. Wait. Exit virus trying to cover up some coxcombing. It's a conspiracy. Is that? Maybe those are just actual natural ripples in the sand. I don't know. Yeah, maybe, right? Oh, let's zoom in. No, that looks like just natural variances in like these rolling sand dunes, so to speak. For a minute, I thought that was photo-based coxcombing. Look at that. It looks 3D. It's like a little hole in the ground. Yep, I'm going to have to do a GA flight out here again pretty soon. Sabbath, sometimes yes, sometimes no. You have a little bit of a discrepancy in color here. So a little less saturated here, more here. Like a certain color hue sometimes isn't so bothersome, but it's when you see the difference between the two, you're like, ugh. This is USA 2.
American 1494, contact Denver Tower.
Wow, look at that ridge. Hey, Shmoo, what's up? Good? Yeah, just been hanging, flying. Hopefully we'll make our destination. Oh, this is actually a shadow. For a minute I thought there was a river there. It would have been cool if we were a little bit further over to see like different angle, and that looks pretty cool though. Yeah, it is interesting, Jason, right? When you hear like people from other countries and what's their take on what's going on and what they think. You know, because we know what we read and what our media reports to us, and then they have what their media reports. I don't know. So it's almost like more detailed here. It's sort of blurred out. And then again. Yeah, for sure, Valdez, absolutely. Whoa, look how far off this airport is from the photo. That one's way off. That looks pretty damn cool.
Number 352 Tango Victor, Boise Airport via Tipperary intersection minutes filed, maintain 14,000, departure frequency 118.05, squawk 3307. Ready, Tango Victor, affirmative, you're cleared via the Tipperary intersection that's to be filed with Sierra India Romeo Papa Echo. Tango Victor, is that correct? Hold 45 minutes for departure frequency.
Sound like some of the screeching tires behind Pete. Wow. Look at that. It's like these scallops carved out. And look at this weird, like, this border here of. I wonder if the color really changed like that in real life. I don't see how it would be photoed differently. It has to be from the same run, right? I don't know. Strange. Yeah, right? Yeah. Exactly, Val dudes. Hey, Rich, what's going on, man? Yeah, really?
American 1494, make right close traffic, runway 167, clear to land.
See what the passengers are saying. Hey, Huff Daddy, what's going on? CQ Man, how are you? Let's see how far we are. So we've passed... Yeah, so we've passed El Rain, and we're on our way to Corker. Huh. Yeah, people are talking a little politics while we're enjoying the beauty of the actual planet. We're heading over to Vegas. We're basically like in the Grand Canyon area. Secret Man, thank you for following. Yeah, thanks, buddy. How do I set up the ILS for the approach? This airplane, well, I pretty much had just dialed in the frequency, and eventually when you get close enough, the data displays. You can use the autopilot to track it.
Delta
But I'm
576, contact Los Angeles Center, 133.55.
133.55, Delta 576.
Showing clearance good. Evening. Baron Wayne 7 Papa Whiskey for FR to Oxnard as well.
Baron 17 Papa Whiskey, showing clearance. That's the Oxnard Airport, flight heading 220, expect right back to Seal Beach, then as filed, maintain 2000, expect 4000. 5 minutes after departure, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5636.
How do you like that?
We got 5636 on the squawk, 281 departure frequency.
Oh, wow.
And, Oxnard 220 on the heading. Go back to Seal Beach.
So when I was in Bryce Canyon, these colors are like this. I was sitting with binoculars looking at an overlook, and you see the immediate canyon in front of you, but then it's like canyon after canyon after canyon in the background. And it was just all of this like red, green, like yellow, tans. I mean, it was just amazing. Alright, hold on. Los Angeles Center here. Delta 576, flight level 280.
Delta 576, LA Center, roger. November 6 Romeo Delta, contact LA Center 126.35.
Yep. Yeah, so what's cool is, I mean, you look at this and you're like, well, wait a minute, that's got to be exaggerated. But, I mean, I remember at Bryce, those hoodoo rock formations.
November 16 Romeo Delta, Los
Like,
Angeles
they were really
Center,
that red.
29 Palms, altimeter 2974. Panther 18 Echo, contact Tower 119.7.
Oh, nice, Chili. Yeah, it's a totally different kind of flying, right? Yeah, I'll tell you, there's a, especially with the IFR stuff, flying the airliners, you'll find a lot of tutorials
Panther 271 Echo, send about
on
1,000,
that.
straight approach runway 25, clear to land, wind, tree 208.
I was trying to make a IXEG tutorial earlier in my first attempt at the stream, and first half was okay until stream poop. Well, the sim crashed. All right, here we go. Here comes the canyon. Wait, that was the Grand Canyon? Well, maybe part of it, I guess. I don't know what the actual boundaries were, but
Cessna 10 Echo, verify navigating towards Santa Monica. Roger.
Oxnard ground, November 4733.
coming up on top of the set
Commission
pretty soon.
uniform for close traffic.
And 47332 Oxnard ground, that's the Spirit, runway 25, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha.
Runway 25 via Foxtrot in Alpha, November 4732.
Joint ground, good evening. Downlink to the Pop Whiskey.
I'm gonna make it a little bit brighter out.
So 187 Papa Whiskey, John ground, verify squawking 5636.
Uh, 5636 are correct. 7 Papa Whiskey.
Tower Cherokee 35.
I wonder how single-engine taxis work in X-plane with their, you know,
Cherokee 72
ground
Tango runway
handling
20
model.
left, clear to the option.
20 left, clear for the option, 17 Tango.
Baron 7 Papa Whiskey, runway 20 left at Kilo, taxi via Alpha Hotel and Charlie.
I think this is a Google
20
tile
left
out
at Kilo,
here.
Alpha Hotel Charlie, 7 Papa Whiskey.
Because I know there was one area I couldn't get it to work. I gotta revisit that issue.
Got 576 descender pilots, discretion maintain flight level 240.
Level 240, yeah, Delta 576. I keep saying yeah, Delta 576. We've been united for quite a while lately. Alright, we just gotta do a quick check on that altitude. We'll come back outside in a sec. Top descent, still a ways away. I'm gonna put in 240 now. And when we hit top descent, it will automatically descend. We might get a command to descend via the arrival before reaching it. We'll see. That's still about 80 miles away. Ooh, look at that ridge. Wow. It's like so much to look at. Zoom away from the airplane.
Cessna 1 Echo, taxi to the ramp via Bravo, Charlie, on the ground.
Do some more spinorama.
Sorry, Pipistrel 18 Echo, taxi to the ramp via Bravo, Charlie, monitor ground.
This is X-Plane 10, yes. I should have done X-Plane 11 tonight with this airplane.
Oxnard Tower, November.
Since it is an X-Plane 11 airplane.
Commission uniform, runway 25.
X-Plane 11 certified.
Sus 4733 to Oxnard Tower, make left, close traffic, report midfield downward each time. Runway 25, cleared for takeoff, and let me just get the updated wind for you.
Okay,
250
left
at 21, gust 27.
Midfield, report midfield each time, and we call it for takeoff, runway 25, November 4732.
332, wind 250 at 21, gust 27.
Contrast's a little bit soft in those shadows, but not bad. Still looks really cool.
Skyhawk 10 Echo, contact SoCal approach 134.2. Skyhawk 2 Whiskey Alpha, contact Oxnard Tower at Pards.
Yeah, X-Plane 11 is definitely silky smooth for sure.
And that is upon reaching Pards.
Every time I hear somebody say smooth or silky smooth, I think of the Zohan saying, "Oh, it's silky smooth." For those of you that have seen that movie.
Scout 3610 Echo, SoCal approach, Van Nuys altimeter 2978. Scout 10 Echo, Oxnard reporting wind 250 at 21, gust
flying with
27.
AM.
And the
We're
weather's
in
better than
the
5 and 5,
Delta
altimeter 2975,
widget livery.
expect the visual approach runway 25. Skyhawk 10 Echo, I have your request. Fly heading 290 vectors for localized runway 25 approach.
It's so neat how it's like, you know, there's sort of one rim, and then that other one down there, and then whoop, down. Yeah. See if we can catch some sun reflection on it.
Good evening, Baron Wayne 7, Papa Whiskey, short 20 left at Kilo, ready for departure.
Baron 1 at 7, Papa Whiskey, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
For takeoff, 20 left at Kilo, 17 Papa Whiskey.
Ninja with guitar, what's happening?
Tower 72 Tango, downwind, touch and go.
Cherokee 72 Tango, runway 20
So I'll
left,
just
clear
spin
for the
around real
option,
quick this way.
One Baron departing prior to arrival.
Cleared for the option, 20
Oh, yeah.
left, 72 Tango. We're
It's like a
watching
whole
Baron.
other show going on over there.
Skyhawk Tree 2, can you make short approach?
Affirm Skyhawk 332.
Skyhawk Tree 2,
Yeah, I think,
thanks. Traffic 4 mile
hold on,
final.
let's just look
Skyhawk
down.
should be checking in with me shortly. Runway 25, cleared for the option, except stop and go.
Clear for option 25, accept stop and go. November 4, 7322.
Cessna 72 Whiskey Alpha Oxnard Tower, runway 25, number 2, cleared to land. Traffic just about to turn left base is a Skyhawk. Number 2 Whiskey Alpha, it's just runway 25, there is no 25 right. Cessna 1 to Echo, fly heading 270. Baron 7 Papa Whiskey, contact.
Oh
Skyhawk.
wow, Duffy, good for you.
For departure, 7 Papa Whiskey.
I've always wanted to go there.
Number 6 runway Delta, cancellation received, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
So we're at 28,000. CJ, I think, was a restriction.
Papa Whiskey, SoCal departure, ready to contact, clear direct seal beach.
At or below 19,000. We better check that actually. Yeah, CJ at or below 19,000. So that's in there. So this top of descent is based on that crossing restriction.
Cessna 1 Echo,
So unless he tells us to leave sooner,
124.7.
I will call as we start to leave 280 for 240, and then at that point perhaps he'll give us a descent via the Tyson 4 arrival. Oops, wrong button. Pointer immersion disturbance.
Skyhawk 3610 Echo, point to go approach, thank you. Oxnard altimeter 2975, advised when you're receiving the localizer. Delta 576, how long before you're top of descent?
Top descent for Delta 576, about 30-40 miles. We should be able to make that CJ crossing restriction if you like, or we can descend sooner.
Delta 576, if okay, I'll hand you over to the lower sector once I see you leaving 280. Just verify your descending pilot's discretion down to 240.
Affirmative. Discretion down to 240, Delta 576.
Thank you.
Wind check for Oxnard Tower.
Oxnard wind 250 at 21, gust 27.
Thanks, to Whiskey 4.
November 4, 7332 midfield.
Step this resolution back to 40. It's actually 80 total.
47332, runway 25, clear for the option.
So yeah, top percent is about
Runway
20
25 with
miles.
for option November 4, 7332.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't even realize it.
Delta 576, contact Los Angeles Center, 124.85.
124.85, Delta 576. 24.85. I haven't messed around with these too much, so I'm not even sure if they're active.
Tower 72 Tango downwind, touch and go.
72 Tango, runway 20 left, cleared for the option.
Clear for the option 20 left, 72 Tango.
Also center, Delta 576 is left 280 for 240.
Delta 576 LA Center, cross Caddy, maintain 12000, Mc Carran altimeter 2954.
Okay, Caddy, at or above, that was 12000 for you, Delta 576?
At and maintain 12000.
Okay, at and maintain 12000, Delta 576.
Just 2 Whiskey Alpha, taxi to land, via Bravo, Foxtrot, monitor ground.
Via Bravo Foxtrot, monitor ground, 170 Whiskey Alpha.
Just
Proper
10 Echo, are
modulation.
you receiving the localizer or not yet? Just 10 Echo, fly heading 250, advise when you're receiving it.
P3 Ron, how you doing, sir? Let me give it a shot, Keith. First I looked over here. Oops, wrong one.
7
Still
Papa
need
Whiskey,
this
change to my
airplane for
frequency
sure.
134.90.
So I got VHF 1. It does let me switch to it, so I got that one tuned in, and I got this volume now pulled all the way down. And then it's basically simulated equally on both sides.
We're out from 25 on Foxtrot on Bravo. Request if we can
there's
get
another
a
one up
circuit
here.
for 1 second before we do a full stop.
No, 172 Whiskey Alpha, Oxnard, ground runway 25, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha.
I mean, it's not doubling up in my ear, or am I doubling up on your end? Is that what you're saying,
Los
Keith?
Angeles, altimeter
My voice coming
2981.
through twice for you?
Cessna 10 Echo, traffic 3 o'clock, 2 miles southwestbound, altitude indicates 3,400.
Trent Man 77, how's it going? Oh, look at that canyon through the clouds there.
No 10 Echo, thanks.
Oh, okay,
10
cool.
Echo, additional traffic 1 to 2 o'clock.
Oh, you mean you're hearing it through the
2.5 miles
stream
southwestbound, altitude
twice?
indicates 4,000.
Am I opening 2 tabs on your end? Maybe I have 2 tabs?
No 10 Echo, thank you.
Yeah, maybe if you have me open at 2 tabs, you might be hearing it. Sometimes I notice that when I hear that. Yeah, alright. That's strange.
On initial contact you have Yankee.
Yankee.
Mc Carran International Airport information Yankee. 0510 Zulu. Wind, 200 at 12. Gust 24. Visibility 9 Thunderstorm in the vicinity. Rain. 10,000 scattered. 15,000 scattered. Ceiling to 5,000 broken. Temperature 19 2.6. Altimeter 2955.
November for 7.
Visual approach runway 19 left, 19 right, 25 left, in use. Departing
good
runway
idea.
19 left,
0322, runway
19
25,
right,
cleared for the option, except
25
stopping.
right. Read back all runway
Good for option
assignments,
runway 25.
and hold short
Stop
instructions.
and go, November for
All
7.
VFR departures, contact
Cessna
if that
distance
doesn't-
delivery
10
with your
thanks.
aircraft
Fly
type,
heading
initial
270,
heading, and
join
requested
localize.
cruise altitude. Operate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways.
Okay, information Yankee. Yeah, 123.45 is a good idea.
Tower Cherokee 72 Tango downwind for stop and go.
Cherokee 7 Tango, runway 20 left, cleared for the option.
20 left, cleared for the option, 72 Tango.
Cessna 10, 6.5 from Hoopla, cleared. Localizer, runway 25 approach.
Hey, Lex Hartstone, thanks for following. Caddy, 120,250 knots.
Cessna 172, Whiskey Alpha, Oxnard Tower, hold short landing traffic.
Hold short 25, following traffic to Whiskey Alpha.
Dot 576, contact Las Vegas approach 133.905.
133.95, Delta 576. It's 133.95? 135. Las Vegas approach, Delta 576, 13,200 for 2,000. It might have been 135.
Dot 576,
Oh, no, we're good.
Las Vegas Tower, wind 20012, gust 24, altimeter 2955. To be your choice for the visual approach, 25 left or 19 left. Descend via the Tyson 4 arrival.
Alright, we'll descend via the Tyson 4. We'll come back to you with that runway request, Delta 576.
Test 2 Whiskey Alpha, runway 25, line up and wait.
25, line up and wait to Whiskey Alpha.
210 at 12, gusting to 24. Question is X and Y are actually giving us that? Why is it 240 knots? Okay. Just gonna make sure.
Just 2 Whiskey Alpha,
all
Delta
good,
on the
Keith. Don't
upwind
worry
is a
about it, buddy.
Skyhawk remaining in the pad and runway 25.
Always
clear
welcome.
Clear for takeoff, and we have the upwind traffic in sight to Whiskey Alpha.
Baron 7 Papa Whiskey, change to my frequency 134.2.
Oh, wait. Let me get this lower. So it keeps following the path. And we got...
Baron 7 Papa
Test with
Whiskey,
Caddy.
contact SoCal approach 134.2.
Get down at least 8 pre-now.
Cessna
Takeoff 232 midfield.
332, runway 25. Cleared for the option, except stop and go.
Good option, except the stop and go runway 25. It says not 332.
Las Vegas approach, Delta 576.
Dot 576, go.
You said 19 left was an option, 19, right?
Affirmative.
We'll take either one of the 19s for Delta 576.
Dot 576, expect the visual approach, runway 19 left.
Okay, expect visual 19 left, Delta 576.
Go 187 Papa Whiskey.
I don't think I've ever landed
SoCal
on
approach,
any of the
Oxnard wind
19s.
250 at 21,
so
gust 27.
something a little new.
Weather's better than 5 and 5, altimeter 2975, expect the visual approach, runway 25. Sub Papa Whiskey, cleared direct Oxnard. 2 Whiskey Alpha, squawk VFR.
Squawking VFR to Whiskey Alpha.
No, that's cool to see an update.
Cessna 10 Echo, contact Oxnard Tower at PARDS 134.95.
Passengers are enjoying the lovely scenic arrival. Oh yeah, this side too. Those mountains off in the distance.
Tower 72 Tango, downwind, full stop.
772 Tango, runway 20 left. Clear to land, wind 23010.
20 left, clear to land, 72 Tango.
It's good. Kind of.
Number 2 Whiskey Alpha, squawk VFR, it's
That's
1200.
really close to what we're actually doing.
Squawking VFR 1200.
Number 2 Whiskey Alpha, runway 25, number 2 clear to land, traffic short, final, Skyhawk.
Number 2 clear to land 25 and we'll look for the traffic to Whiskey Alpha.
Oh, you know what? This thing is setting up for speeds for the approaching at 2.5. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that and we're gonna modify this. So let's get back to 250 for now. Well, I'll do 240. We'll double check to make sure. Yeah, actually, arrival is calling for 210.
Baron 7 Papa Whiskey, contact point, we go approach 124.7.
Oops, wrong button. Sorry if we blasted your ears, guys.
Go 187 Papa Whiskey, point, go approach, thanks, Oxnard altimeter 2975.
Help it slow back down a little bit. Trentman, yes. I'm sorry. I did see that. Thank you very much. And hope you enjoy the flight. I don't know why we're not getting down at 8. So, no problem. We'll keep this on speed
576,
select.
contact approach 135.0.
135.0, that's 576.
Number 7 Papa Whiskey, traffic 1 o'clock 6 miles southbound, altitude indicates 3,600.
Just to double check for Delta 576, 135.0.
Delta 576, affirmative.
Even though I just read that back, I was thinking about what I was doing.
Skyhawk 332, traffic mile final is Skyhawk. Advise when you have him in sight.
See the traffic. Correct. Have a traffic in sight. 232.
Skyhawk 332, runway 25, number 2 behind the Skyhawk, cleared for the option accept stop and go.
Number 2 behind the traffic, runway 25. Cleared for option accept stop and go. 332.
Las Vegas approach, Delta 576, 8,000.
Delta 576, Las Vegas approach. Fly heading 260, vectors, visual approach, runway 19 left, maintain 8,000.
Okay, maintain 8,000, 260 on the heading for 19 left.
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
Whoops.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Whew, finally got that back in there.
Cherokee 72 Tango, taxi to the ramp via Hotel and Alpha, monitor ground, have a good night.
Taxiing to the ramp via Hotel and Alpha 17.
I can show you that P3. I've been playing around with this a little bit. I mean, that episode right there didn't necessarily show that, but... Betty, knock it off now. Alright, so let's just go ahead and
So 2 Whiskey Alpha,
one I
taxi
left
to the ramp
118.75.
Bravo Foxtrot, monitor ground.
I don't know if we're gonna get another frequency, but
Bravo Foxtrot, monitor ground, Suez Alpha.
let's just put that in there just in case.
Number 7 Papa Whiskey, verify your direct destination.
Right?
Okay. Probably a good idea to request that.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, for sure.
That's true, but have you been cleared for the visual?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can't clear you for the visual till you have the field in sight. I said expect the visual approach from my 25.
So it's crawling 118 at flaps 40. This thing can come in really nose high sometimes.
Top 576, fly heading 280, descend and maintain 5,000.
280 down to 5,000, Delta 576. 280. 5,000.
Scout 3610 Oxnard Tower, traffic.
Okay, we're
short
putting
final
that in.
Skyhawk
I'm going to click on this.
2 pedal.
We got 5,000 in there now. And I'm going to keep us at 210 for the time being. So it's kind of like the variation of flight level change. I was trying to find like an actual flight level change function,
Baron 7 Papa Whiskey, reduce
but
speed to 1.
did not. Then I
2
kind
0
of figured
loss.
out that this thing, we're going to give it some spoilers.
Got 576, Las Vegas Airport, it's 11 o'clock, 10 miles. Advise when you have it in sight.
Airport in sight, Delta 576.
Delta 576, clear visual approach, runway 19 left, contact tower 118.75.
Alright, cleared visual 19 left and contact tower Delta 576.
Delta 7 Papa Whiskey, verify you have Oxnard in sight.
Let's keep the set
Delta
going
7
down
Papa
to
Whiskey, clear
4,000
visual
for
approach,
now.
runway 25.
So here's the 25s, 19s are going that way. Las Vegas Tower, Delta 576, probably base leg for visual, 19 left.
Delta 576, Las Vegas Tower, wind 200 at 12, gust 24, runway 19 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 19 left, Delta 576. Forgot to turn on our lights. Alright, cool. So we should level off around 4. Give us some time to start. Slowing things down. Ooh, got the rain.
Baron 7 Papa Whiskey, contact
Landing
Oxnard
gear.
Tower 134.95.
Landing gear.
Whoa.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Oxnard Tower, good evening. Wayne 7 Papa Whiskey on visual 25.
Baron 17 Papa Whiskey, Oxnard Tower. Roger, runway 25, continue. We'll
Gonna
see
get
how
us
the
back up
sequencing
to
works out as we get
2,000.
closer.
210 knots,
Right,
rather.
Roger, and if you need me to slow down any more, I can. I can pull it back to 100.
Baron 7 Papa Whiskey, looking pretty good right now.
I'm gonna have to call in, and we have no contact.
Number 332, midfield.
Retreat tree 2, traffic 1 mile final, Skyhawk, runway 25, number 2, cleared line. Correction, cleared for the option, accept, stop and go.
Las Vegas Tower, Delta 576 lost contact with the airport. Some heavy shower at the moment.
Delta 576, roger, field to 10 o'clock and 3 miles. If you need any assistance, let me know.
November 332, via number 2 for runway, option for runway 25, accept stop and go.
No, 322, thanks. Do you have the Skyhawk in sight? Just past your left wing.
Affirmative, having traffic inside, 332.
So that's the 332, thanks. Make the base turn as soon as practical.
We're crossing the city now. Las Vegas Tower, Delta 576. We're not gonna be able to do this approach. Maybe we'll just take an ILS for 25 left.
Delta 576, roger. 10 left, heading 180, climb, maintain 7,000.
Maintain 7,000 left, 180, Delta 576. Whoa! Oh boy.
Number 7 Papa Whiskey, runway 25, number 3, cleared.
Did you see that building right under us?
Sequence is a Skyhawk turning a 2 mile final.
Yeah, that was like almost disaster. Whoa! Alright. Anyway,
What's happening
let's
at
get
Oxford?
some. Let's do Eeper.
Delta 576, how is that turn and climb coming?
Climbs engaged, turns occurring right now, Delta 576.
That's great to hear. It's been a while.
Affirmative. Oh boy. Alright, cool, so... Why the hell isn't it not climbing?
Autopilot.
Delta
we're just gonna-
576, fly heading 140 and contact approach 125.90.
Contact approach 125.90, Delta 576.
And the new heading's 140.
Heading 140, Delta 576.
I'll just say everything twice from now on for you.
Yeah, we might need it, Delta 576. Sorry about that. So
Cessna 10 Echo,
obviously we're
taxi
way
ramp
too
via Charlie
fast.
Foxtrot, monitor the ground, nice shot.
Taxi ramp, Charlie Foxtrot, thanks so much, 10 Echo.
Alright, let me just stabilize this thing. We're obviously going too fast, but... Alright, 124.9er. Las Vegas approach, Delta 576, 6,900. I think we picked the wrong frequency. Got to go back. And Tower Delta 576 use that frequency one more time. Third time, I guess.
Delta 576, I literally should say everything twice. 125.9er, 125.9er, 125.9er.
Alright, 125.9 Delta 576. Approach Delta 576, 7,200.
Delta 576, Las Vegas approach. Turn left heading 070, vectors ILS runway 25 left, final approach course, descend and maintain 7,000.
Alright, 7,000, left heading 090, Delta 576.
070.
070, Delta 576.
My god.
I got Bitchin' Betty and... Well... I'll leave off the descriptive for ATC. Alright. We're back to 7. It's 111.75. Thankfully, that's already in there.
Cessna 332, traffic short final, bearing runway 25, number 2, cleared for the option.
I'm off of chat right now, guys, so I'm just...
Runway 25, cleared for the option number 2, we have traffic inside, November for 733.
Thank you.
Guys, so while this is... sort of hanging back and forth for the moment.
Baron 7 Papa Whiskey, welcome to sunny, if not windy, Oxnard, exit to ramp via Charlie Foxtrot on the ground.
I'm just gonna actually level off at 7. Damn.
November for 7332, full stop.
Cessna 332, roger. Delta 576, descend and maintain 5,000.
Maintain 5,000, Delta 576. Alright. Whoops.
SoCal approach, November 16 Romeo Delta. Flight following to Limber.
Gonna do a nice gentle...
6 Romeo Delta, I'm here for another 6 minutes. Do you still want the flight following?
Oh, crud.
No, I'll be alright, thank you. 16 Romeo Delta.
Roger.
Alright, Alright, so now we just gotta watch this damn thing, make sure it actually levels off at 5.
Dot 576, turn left heading 320.
Left 320, that's 576. Alright, dare we increase our descent rate a little bit more? Now we're gonna fly right back into that precip visibility issue, so it was going relatively well until it wasn't. If I missed a follow, thank you.
Dot 576, 5.5 from Shand, fly heading 280, maintain 5,000 until established on localizer, cleared ILS runway 25, left approach.
Okay, left heading 280 until established on the ILS 25 left approach, Delta 576. Alright, is it going to level off, is the question. Looks like it is. Okay, let's go keep that turn going. Gonna overshoot a little bit.
Cessna 332, okay, turn Charlie for east side.
Cessna 332, taxi to ramp via Charlie and Foxtrot. Nice working with you.
Landing gear.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you for service. We are going via Charlie and Foxtrot to the ramp 332.
That was nice having a couple planes at Oxnard for you.
Very crowded. It's unusual for the office, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on.
Me too.
Autopilot.
Dot 576, contact tower 119.9.
We're at tower 119.9, Delta 576. Damn.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Las Vegas Tower, Delta 576, ILS 25 left.
Dot 576, Las Vegas Tower, wind 200 at 12, gust 24, runway 25 left, cleared flight.
KLAS 25 left, Delta 576. She like a circle to land, 19er.
I just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
Well, in that case, good luck to you too. We're a little bit below glide path here. relatively trimmed out. We're a little bit to the right of center line. I got the runway in sight. Just a quick setting of the auto brake. Yeah, 20 knot quartering tailwind, not bad.
200. 100.
Oh, thanks, Keith. You turned on the lights for me, buddy. Just in time.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Alpha 5. Oh, let's make it tower Delta 576 off at Alpha 5.
Delta 576, say parking.
I will take Delta gates for Delta 576.
Delta 576, taxi to the Delta gates via Alpha 5, Bravo, Charlie 5, cross runway 25 right at Alpha 5.
Alpha 5, Bravo, Charlie 5, cross 25 at Alpha 5, Delta 576. Man, that was pretty entertaining. Feeling some good curveballs.
Potential aircraft, local time now 2300. All PilotEdge control positions now closed. Class A, B, C, and D airspace procedures are no longer in effect. All airborne aircraft operating IFR monitor 122.75. All airborne aircraft within Class B, C, or D airspace monitor the appropriate advisory frequency. PilotEdge will resume operations at 0800 local.
Thanks, Keith. Have a great night. Thanks for the overtime.
Pleasure being to you.
And again, Keith, thank you very much. Always appreciate when you guys hang out. Definitely looking. We got Flight SimCon in basically, what, 4.5 weeks? Alright. Comes Charlie 5 over here. Yeah, it was strange how the lights flickered on and off. Absolutely, Keith. Thanks a lot again. It's always a good time. Yeah, we'll definitely check out the replay on the landing there. Just get over the gates. Oh, did I miss my Delta? There we go. Cool, so bad, yeah. It definitely got pretty interesting. It's amazing how the workload shoots up in situations like that. You know, once you get that little sort of glitch in the plan. And then last night I was, you know, just flying around, playing around with the autopilot offline, which I'm glad I did, because I mean, I ended up shutting it off anyway. You can see I need more work on that. That's seeing us as a MD-94, basically the 717. Let's see if it positions us right. There we go. Looks like we're a little bit behind. Although I don't know. Let's see what happens. Well, actually, let's watch the replay first. Yeah, I wonder. You might be right, P3, because the visibility sometimes changes to get really low to the ground. Greg, you have a great night. I think you might have left. And then P3, I was going to show you something. I can't remember what part, because I know that this airplane has a few quirks. Let's check out that replay since we're after hours. We can go ahead and that works. The visibility, or rather the replay sounds are kind of loud and annoying, so just be advised. Okay, it's a little far out, but whatever. See, it has like this, the rumbling wind noise sticks around with the oops, shows. There we go. And so whenever I get taxed with workload, it's like you hear something, but you don't register it. A couple of times, and I was like, say that again? And then I was getting it wrong because I kept thinking about what else I was doing. Obviously, this is a really good, demonstration of why these are two-person airplanes, but we tail strike it? No. See how that nose wheel, you really got to help it down. Monster Mark, thank you for following. Who got banned? I'm just going back and catching up on stuff. Okay, the takeoff trim setting, that's right. I'll show you the takeoff trim setting and the dial flap. Let's check out one more. Is that it? Yeah, the birds. Come further back on the runway though. Just fast forwarding. Thanks, Chase Snap. I thought for sure that was going to be like just insult to injury, actually. Isn't it nice, Mike Zulu? Absolutely. So that was my first streaming flight of the MD-80. Trying to learn it through my other flights. As you can see, still got a little more to go. I think it was showing low out. I'll show you real quick. Well, see, it's still showing on the ground. It was about a 20 knot quartering headwind from the left. Fat Goldfish, that's cool. Have you been flying it at all? Zach, they've maintained basically the procedures that are required by FAA controllers.